Hey, Crystal. Good morning. I need like two coffees, one for my eyes and one for my body. All right. How is everybody doing this morning? Did you guys do your full moon things last night? Hi, Rachel. Good morning. Whew, this energy. All right, let me put that like that and close this. Hey, Steph. Hey, Jean. Yeah, everyone's got their coffee. Hey, Vivian. Uh, okay. So, um, I'm a little wackadoo this week. I'm rolling with it because that's what I would tell you guys to do. So, enjoy me today. Um, I'm going to talk to you guys this morning, and then I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the day because that's what this weather feels like. Feels like take it easy for the rest of the day if you can, right? Um, Let me know how it goes, Jean. Some of you I know put your crystals out. I had some of you guys reach out last night, and actually over the past couple weeks, lots of crystal questions. And I did a crystal workshop. I feel like it was last month, um, and I don't have the time to do it again this month, but I wanted to get on here this morning and talk to you about crystals because the crystal energy, the crystal beings are really, really speaking up right now, really coming through. Just like skulls are finding you guys and dragon energy, so are these crystal beings. And there's a lot of information that you can find everywhere on the internet about crystals, but I kind of wanted to talk to you about my feelings on the crystals and how to work with them and see how that resonates with you, because we're kind of moving into a new energy with all of these earth elements that are coming through to assist us, and that's really what this is about. These are intelligent, beautiful, energetic beings that are here to assist us in lifting our vibration and to be tools to help us along our path. So if you're being drawn to crystals right now and you never have been before, or if you've always loved crystals but you just kind of never got into them beyond maybe purchasing a few here or there, you're probably going to start ramping up your interest because I'm really seeing that. I'm especially seeing the Herkimers wanting to go out into the world. So we're going to talk about all of that this morning. I have a little selection in front of me that are actually making my throat pulse. So I have like this whole thing of Herkimers, and they're like, but a few more sips of coffee first. And if you have any crystal questions, please pop them in the comments and we can talk about the things, okay? Thank you, Claudia. I have my new snake ring on. You guys know how Facebook is like stalking us and knowing what we like and saying, you should buy this. Well, this popped up the other day along with a pair of earrings that I also bought. And, sometimes you do these things in a trance and you're like, I wonder when this comes if it will be made of plastic, because that's totally happened to me before as well. But no, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love this snake ring so much. Check that out. I ordered fairy wing earrings too. All right. So let's start with the crystal stuff. So one of the top questions that I have from people is how do I cleanse my crystals and how do I charge my crystals? Crystals are energy keepers, okay? And you, my friends, are energy, just lots and lots of energy. So just remember that. Remember that you as a being are just energy, right? Encased by skin, but just so think of yourself like that. think of your crystal as an energy keeper, okay? And different crystals will have their own energy signatures. Some crystals are really excellent for holding on to your energy signatures. So you can put energy into them and they will hold that for you. Other crystals cling more to their own resonance, but it really depends. So when we think about how to clear and charge your crystals, just remember the whole energy thing, because intention and energy are the most important tools to working with crystals. Everything else is more of ritual. And when I say that, I mean there are things, and I say this to you guys a lot, there are things that we do as ritual that have been done for so very long that they carry with them that extra collective weight, right? That kind of validates the action and gives it extra magic. For example, if you believe that burning sage clears the negative energy in the room, your belief tied with many, 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 many other people's belief in the same thing give that action that much more power. But if you believe that the best way to clear the energy from your room is to visualize white light, then that is going to be the most effective way for you to do it. Does that make sense? So this is all about what works for you, what resonates for you. So as far as clearing your crystals, you can absolutely burn some sage, and I can actually do that for you right now so you can see. It would not hurt me to burn a little sage this morning. So just, let's see here. Just grab your sage, light it up. Get your crystal and just pass it through there with the intention of clearing all the energies from it, okay? And there you go. And yourself. So it's that easy. You can also, as long as it's not selenite, you can take your crystals, put them under running water. You can take your crystals, put them outside on the ground, in the dirt. That's a wonderful way to clear energy from your crystals. You can also use the new moon and full moon energies. So putting your crystals out in either of those moon cycles is going to clear and charge up your crystals. Now, there's also selenite. And selenite is a wonderful crystal to have in your toolbox because it does so very many things. The only thing it does not really do is withstand water. So do not put this with water. So if you have selenite, you can put any of your crystals on this selenite and it'll clear and charge it for you. So it's kind of like one of those wireless charging blocks, okay? So that's wonderful to have. Selenite's also great to do this to yourself, right? Clear the yucky stuff, so that I use this a lot in sessions. So you can do that with the selenite. It's great to have, and it's selenite does not have to be cleared itself, and it does not have to be charged itself. So having a few sticks of that around is handy to clear your things. About programming your crystals, and this is also something that I would probably, this is not really a live lesson, but it's very simple. To program a crystal, you're basically putting your intention into it, right? So if my intention is to have a crystal to assist me with meditation, to help me kind of tune into that frequency and tap into energies and chill the hell out during meditation, I'll pick a crystal, I'll close my eyes, hold that crystal to my heart, take a nice deep breath in, and I will set the intention that this crystal will assist me with my meditation. And then I will take a deep breath in, breathe it out into the crystal, and then we are good to go. That's how I do mine. So everybody's going to have their own way, and as you learn and work with crystals and become more confident and familiar, you're going to develop your own way. So there's that. Now, I have in front of me a few different crystals we can talk about, but the crystals coming through for August, after doing your updates, amethyst. Big, big, big amethyst energy. And that's a wonderful first stone to work with. Amethyst is gentle yet incredibly powerful. And it will help you to connect with your higher self. Amethyst helps you to release bad habits. It is the stone of addiction. So if you're trying to release addiction or addictive patterns or any devil card energy, amethyst is a wonderful stone to program to assist you with that. It's no I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, so amethyst is coming through big time for you guys. So amethyst was actually the first stone that I ever fell in love with when I was a kid. Do you guys remember those science museums that they used to go to, like on field trips in school and stuff? And then like in the gift shop, they would have like space ice cream and then all these crystals. Do you guys remember that? So when I went to one of those, I feel like it was like a summer camp trip or something. I saw this amethyst, like I think it was like a druzy type thing. I don't even really remember. I don't have it anymore, but I saw this amethyst, and then I saw this piece of orange calcite that reminded me of an orange with like the pith on it. And so I bought those two, and I was just like, yeah, best thing ever. So amethyst has always been something that I'm very drawn to. And amethyst was also the first stone that I started working with when I started waking up to my own spiritual journey. So I would actually take this piece of amethyst and put it under my pillow. And I felt it really, really, really helped me open up in my dreams to connect with my own higher self and to connect with my guides and just to sort of open up my third eye. So, amethyst is a wonderful first stone to start working with if you are feeling drawn to that, okay? So, and I think a lot of you guys are. So check into that. Check into amethyst energy. It's really beautiful. The other one that's coming up a lot, of course, is the Herkimer diamonds. And I could talk about Herkimer diamonds all day long, but I have a small collection here. So if you come here for Women's Circle or Fairy Circle or a session or whatever, you can check out the crystals that I have. So I've got a little bit of Herkimers here in front of me, and Herkimer diamonds are kind of like the rose essential oil of the mineral kingdom. They are the highest vibration crystal. They're very, very, very intense. And what a Herkimer will do is a Herkimer will come into your life and blow your shit up. So when people come and they want a Herkimer, we always have a chat about how, are you ready for this Herkimer? And how to handle the Herkimer if you can't sleep with the Herkimer in your house and all of these kind of things, because they're very, very, very intense. And they're transformative. So this is a stone of no more bullshit. It's go time, okay? You bring this stone into your life and it is going to bust through walls. It's going to show you what's really happening, and it's going to give you that added boost to get through and move into your next highest level. So it's not a stone if you're not ready to do your work, because it's incredibly intense. Also, crystals are amplifiers, and Herkimers are very good at amplifying. And crystals are not going to do that thing where they say, oh, this is energy you like, I'll amplify this. And this is energy you don't like, so I won't amplify that. Amplifies everything. So not a great idea to have your Herkimer around people who are very agitated, or if you're very agitated, or if you have discord in your house, it's amplifying that, okay? So, I see, Elena. So if you are having this experience where you're not having the best vibes in your house and you've got Herkimers hanging around, here's what you should probably do. Take your Herkimers, cleanse them, all right? And then put them in a box with a lid and put them away. Until you are ready to work with them in a state that you want to amplify, okay? These are energies that are here to assist, but remember how we're talking about this week, how we're getting this extra boost to take us where we want to go, but we need to know where that is. Same thing with working with the crystals, but especially the Herkimers, because they're just fast, 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 and they amplify, amplify, amplify. And they will take you where you need to go, but it'll be a really intense journey if you're not ready for it and if you're not prepared for how fast they work. So yeah. And I will say too, Herkimers will show you things about yourself, the things you need to see. And working with them is incredibly powerful. And they have definitely been a huge tool for me in coming into my own self. So I definitely recommend working with them. I just feel that it's important to understand what they are, their properties, and how to use them so that you don't just jump into it and, get crazy. Now I have Rose over here who is so beautiful and incredibly massive. And we'll talk a little bit about this because you see how she's golden? And let's see, where's Michael Jackson? He's not here right now. And see how this one is more clear with little black inclusions. These are carbon inclusions, and this is iron. Okay, and what this does is it changes the energy of the Herkimer a bit. Okay, so Rose, who is what we call golden healer, Rose has more of a connection with solar plexus energy. Okay, and if you get a Herkimer with a lot more carbon in it, and it's lots of dark, gritty, black thingies in it, that's going to be a bit more grounding than say a Herkimer that is like pure ice looking. Okay, so when choosing any crystal, it's important to just go with how it makes you feel. Okay, you don't have to really listen to anybody's opinion on which crystal you should buy, because crystals are going to reach out to you and connect with you. So don't allow anybody else's opinion to sway you unless it's somebody saying, hey, this is the Herkimer and this is what Herkimers do. So just know that. So all of these Herkimers in here, these little ones, these are all for sale. So you can definitely come check them out. Now, aside from Herkimers, we also have some quartz that are really coming through big time. And let me show you Rosalind real quick. I'll show you Rosalind and Isis. So if you remember a few lives ago, we were talking about, this wasn't a live, this was the World Energy Update one that I did recently. We were talking about how these crystal deposits underneath North America are activating other crystals in different places in the world, and they're kind of rising up and bringing this frequency up with it, right? So Arkansas, and I'm getting like, boom, as I'm talking, Arkansas has this massive quartz deposit, okay, and it connects down to Brazil. Here in Pennsylvania, we also have a massive quartz deposit, and Isis here comes from McAdoo, so not far from here at all. Also along the 40th parallel, which we are all on along the Susquehanna. So these crystals are coming up for us to work with them, and they are a different energy from a Herkimer entirely. They're Isis and Rosalind are a very gentle energy and very soothing energy. They are quartz crystals, so you can really use them for anything. And they also are amplifiers, so they amplify the energy of other crystals as well, as do Herkimers. So I have a few pieces of Rosalind's sisters here, and some from McAdoo. Like this one is from McAdoo. So this will be Isis's buddy. You can't really see them well on the lives, but I have some here that you can come check out and play with. A lot of people are being called to use these crystals to assist them, and here is the biggest thing about the crystals that I wanted to say today, but I'm so loopy that I cannot tell a linear story to save my life, so thanks for hanging in there. Crystals want to work with you, and you have to trust your intuition and the messages that you yourself are getting. So in order to connect with your crystals, and if you have some crystals around that you haven't connected with yet, just do this. Take your crystal and spend some time with it. As long as it's not a Herkimer, maybe take it into bed with you, okay? Spend time and feel into the energy and trust what you are receiving from that crystal because it's speaking to you. It's really important now that we start to trust our own thinking and trust our own feelings. So it's great to get knowledge about these things, but it's not enough just to do that. We have to feel it and experience it and receive it through our own selves. So these crystals want to work with you, and the ones you probably have in your home already, if you're not already working with them, they want to work with you. So feel into their energy. They will probably give you names. When I started hearing crystals, it's because they started giving me names. And I'm a compulsive namer, so it's not really a big surprise about that. But when you name something, when something allows you to name it, it's magic. It gives you some dominion over using that energy. It's permission. It's permission to use this energy. So listen for a name. Listen for a frequency. Listen for any messages. They'll come to you the way that you receive things, which will be different from how other people receive things. So it's a magical thing to connect with these beings. They are here to help lift the frequency and to help us bring our frequency up to where the Earth's is, so we feel less wonky all the time. And they're also here to help us receive messages and to help us heal. So lots of amazing crystal energy coming through right now. Let me check these comments real quick. I love that, Jean. I love that. And I saw that you said you have a massive amethyst in your house, and that's really beautiful as well. A few more things I want to tell you about the crystals. Make sure if you do have Herkimers that you are cleansing them a lot. Okay, so it's a good idea to get on a routine with that, especially if other people touch them. Now, we're talking about all these high vibe crystals, so we can't really forget about the ones that ground us because we really need that. So, grounding crystals. Again, I could talk about this all day, but grounding crystals, some of my favorites. Hematite. Okay, hematite. This feels heavy. It'll bring you back down to earth a bit, clears negative energy from your field. If you feel kind of spinny, it can help you with that as well. The selenite really clear others. Yeah, I mean, I have found that it does. I love working with selenite. I find that it clears other crystals and it helps clear people. So I like to keep it above my doorways and, you know, secretly clear people when they walk through. But I use it a lot in healing sessions, especially around the throat chakra. It feels good. So definitely. So grounding crystals are going to be important. Also, black tourmaline is also excellent for protection, for grounding, for clearing negative energy. If you're having one of those days where you've been around some energy that's just sucked the life out of you and you feel really not great about that, take a moment, get some black tourmaline or another dark stone and just send it in there. Send all that crap into that stone and let it transmute the energy. There's so much to learn. And if you are interested in working together with your crystals, if you want to have a session where you bring your crystals over and we chat, try to find names or figure out what to do with them, you can definitely just book a regular reading. And any of these things, any of my services are an hour of my time. So I would be happy to work with you one-on-one with your crystals and figure out the best way for you to connect with them and all of those things. So we can even do a session with your crystals, which I think would be pretty fun. So that's just a little bit about crystals, a very little bit about crystals. And I hope that was interesting for you guys and helpful. And again, if questions come up, just post them in the Restoration Facebook group. I'll do a string, and we can all start kind of chiming in on this, because everybody has different experiences with working with crystals. Everybody has their stories, and it's really wonderful to hear all the things. It's just important not to get overwhelmed by other people's opinions and other people's rules and all the things. It's important to always listen to yourself. So just remember that. So, whew, speaking of, right? I'm so sorry. I have not been this loopy. I feel like all year I haven't been this loopy. I don't know what, well, I shouldn't say I don't know what's going on. I know exactly what's going on, and it feels crazy, but it's going to be all right. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Tomorrow is an exciting day. I have Jen Kelchner on, and we're going to be talking. It'll probably be a longer live than usual. It might run probably 45 minutes to an hour. We'll start at 8:30, and we'll be talking about lots of things. Jen's pretty amazing. So I'm excited to have that one-on-one with her tomorrow and share all this cool information coming through with you guys. And again, I'm going to post in the Restoration Facebook group about the crystals. And if you are interested in having a session, you can book a recalibration session and bring your crystals, and we can totally do that. I usually use my crystals during recalibration, but happy to bring yours in as well. And we can chat about their properties, we can clear them for you, and do all kinds of things, okay? Sending you guys lots of love. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Enjoy this rain. Allow it to cleanse you. Take some deep breaths, drink water, and I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.